Hi everyone, today's topic that I will be informing you guys about is El Día de los Muertos. It's also known as Day of the Dead. I would like you all to close your eyes and think about the lost loved ones that you miss the most. I want you to feel their presence in your heart. Think about them with love and try to remember what they liked when they were here with you. What did they like to do the most? What was their favorite food? Favorite sports team? Favorite drink? What made that person who they were? Now open your eyes, imagine the possibility of having one specific day of the year where you can honor that specific loved one. That's what Day of the Dead is all about. I am a credible speaker for this topic because I was born and raised in Mexico, and even though I live in the United States now, my parents still showed me their traditions. Let's begin with the background of where Day of the Dead all started. According to the National Geographic Society, it was originated several thousand years ago by the Aztecs, Toltec, and the Navajo people. This tradition flourished in southern Mexico and has moved up to northern Mexico and now even in America. It's a celebration of life where families welcome back the souls of the deceased for a brief reunion. It is celebrated every year on November 1st through November 2nd, since both days fall on All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day, which are holidays on the Catholic calendar. Even though this day is relatively close to Halloween, it does not have the same significance as most people think it does. On Halloween, people dress up in costumes to mimic the dead. As for in Mexico, people dress up in costumes to honor the dead. On this day, it is believed that the border between the real world and the spirit world diminish. Now that we learned a bit of the background, let's talk about how they celebrate the Day of the Dead. On this day, the souls return back to their loved ones to feast and celebrate. In return, the living family members treat the deceased as honored guests. They leave their favorite food and other offerings at gravesites or on the ofrendas built in their homes, which are small altars as the one here in the picture, with pictures of their loved ones. The main symbol of Day of the Dead is what we call in Spanish calacas and calaveras, which are skeletons and skulls. We portray these symbols as enjoying life. We use them as candied sweets, parade masks, and as dolls. And then here in the picture we have people dressed up in masks as skeletons. Finally, let's go to what all is done to prepare for the Day of the Dead. First is the food. On this day, the main food they make is pan de muerto, also known as bread of the dead, as shown in the picture. It is a typical sweet bread that is decorated with bones and skulls. Then we have sugar skulls that come in many colors and sizes. A lot of families tend to decorate them with the children and other family members to place them at the altars or at the gravesites of their deceased family members. Then comes the preparations of the costumes, which we wear to look like skeletons to make us feel much closer to our loved ones. Lastly, and more importantly, are the cempasúchil flowers, also known as marigolds, as shown here in the picture. These are decorated everywhere to help guide the souls back to their loved ones. They remind us that they represent the fragility of life. They also help the souls guide them back to where the loved ones are so that they can go and celebrate. Now, having talked about the background, celebration, and the preparation of Day of the Dead, I think it is safe to say that we learned a little bit more about the meaning of what goes on that day and the importance it is to the Latin culture. I also want you guys to remember that todos somos calaveras, meaning we are all skeletons. So at the end of our life, we are all the same. Thank you.